How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Pokemon rumors, leaks, all that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get started. First things first, guys, we got this right here, which is a post made by none else than, of course, Riddler Khu. Now, if you guys do not know Riddler Khu, just a quick TLDR on this guy. He has been correct in the past. He has been a leaker that has given actual real leaks in the past. So his words can kind of be taken as real, but also he has been incorrect in recent time. Like, well, incorrect. He was wrong about some stuff for this year. So there is a bit of a 50-50 gamble on what he says, though he is the person that's had the most consistent real information and real Pokemon leaks over the past like 5 years or so. Like, he's the one person that's consistently always been right and actually had info. So yeah, by the way, he tweeted out two very important things. So we're going to go to his profile real quick and see exactly what we're talking about. Well, he tweeted out two things. All right, so actually three things. So the first two things he tweeted out, which I talked about in my last video, was Ikaku soon and then pre-odd, which I guess pre-odd could be pre-order or something like that. But he said Ikaku soon. Now, Ikaku, for those of you guys who do not know, Ikaku is the code name for Pokémon Legends ZA. That's the internal code name that's used by developers at Game Freak, the company that makes the Pokemon mainline games. It is the actual, like, you know, the real code name. Ikaku is genuinely the code name of Pokemon Legends ZA. So he's saying here that Ikaku is going to have some news. Like, that's why he's doing like the little, you know, happy freaking cheers thingy, because yeah, apparently he's saying that's going to be news soon, and this is where everybody got so excited because, hey, you know, oh my god, we're finally going to get some news. It's been 8 months, okay? We're closing in on a year since announcement now, because it's the end of this year, guys. We're at the end of 2024 and we still don't know shit. So that's why it's like, you know, a little bit crazy to see. But basically he says Ikaku soon and then pre-odd, and then he said also another thing, which is new project hint, and it's like praying hands, and people are like, okay, what could this be referring to? And he says, by the way, this one is not Ikaku. That's all we could spill now. Enjoy. So what he means by this is not Ikaku, that would imply that this basically, like the praying emoji, this being a new project, has nothing to do with Legends ZA, but it's a whole separate project, which everybody speculates is Generation 10. And that the praying hands are supposed to hint at something related to Generation 10. Maybe the country it's based on, maybe the location it's based on, something like that. The current hints are either India, Italy, or the Netherlands. Those are like the three people are speculating. But these tweets we've already spoken about. The tweet we're going to talk about right now is a much more interesting one, which is right up here. So he tweeted out this right here. Just 3 numbers, and this is what he does, because his whole name is the Riddler, right? Riddler Khu. So he said 3, 5, and then 8, right? 358 is what he said. 358. That's literally what he came out and said, which is very strange because that whenever he does these numbers, that usually implies something, and this could imply a lot of possible things. Now, there are a few theories for what these numbers are meant to mean, and keep in mind, he does these riddles instead of giving us concrete info to not get in trouble, I guess. I guess that's why he does it. But people are speculating, and one of the ones I saw that was a good one by Cardinal says people immediately jumping to the fact that this is starters. Watch it be something like 3 regional forms, so the starters, 5 cross-gen evolutions, ride Pokemon, and then 8 new megas, which, yeah, that could be what it's actually implying, but a lot of people are saying that this could be the starter Pokemon. So 3, 5, and 8 implying the generations for the starter, right? So generation 3, that would be Hoenn, so it's either Trico, Torchic, or Mudkip. Then generation 5, because 5 right here, that would be Unova, so that would be Tepig, Oshawott, and Snivy. And then generation 8, that would be, of course, Scorbunny, Grookey, and Sobble, right? That would be one of those. So that's at least what the speculation is, and people have already tried to guess here what the starters could be. Like Blaze said, it could be Sobble, Snivy, and Torchic. That could be the, you know, the combination of starters, possibly. But then somebody said like 3 days, 5 hours, and 8 minutes, or starters, probably starters. And then, of course, other speculations that it could be Trico, Tepig, and Sobble instead. You know, it's an interesting one, right? Because it could mean literally anything, and that's the issue. That's the problem with these Khu riddles, because they could literally mean, frankly, anything, and that's kind of a bit of a problem with them. Then we also saw Austin John replying to this, saying 525, 600, and he says more info next and soon. And there wasn't really much of anything from that. I don't know if that was supposed to imply something. I literally do not know. But basically, the theory that I had, which was, it says 358, and when I just added these together, like just, you know, used addition, so like 3 plus 5 plus 8 gives you 16, if I'm not mistaken. So once you have 16, if you look at that, I was looking, oh, well, next week is the 16th of October, specifically on a Wednesday. Guess what? Pokemon Presents and announcements usually happen on Wednesdays or Tuesdays, so it's like the perfect time to actually have a Pokemon announcement. Like, it'd actually be a really good timing to do it. Again, that's at least just my theory. I was just like, yeah, 3 plus 5 plus 8. That's what it is. It means 16, and that's the end of it all. But of course, it could be something else. And we're going to take a look exactly at what this possibly could be. For example, from right here from Soul. So, of course, one of our buddies saying, it is always wise to let some time pass before jumping to conclusions with Khu's riddles. But I'm just going to pretend he's saying it's them in the pictures. So he's talking about the starters, of course. He says, also because I'll cry for an Inteleon redemption arc. Now, if I know Khu, he probably didn't put them in order, but if they were in order, then it would be Trico, Tepig, and Sobble. Other than that, you could speculate what the out-of-order Pokemon Legends ZA starters could be here by process elimination. What he says by order here is because he says 3, 5, 8. So 3, of course, generation 3, but also order might be also the base, like, I mean, would it be based on typings or what? Because I don't really know. But he says, other than that, you should speculate what out-of-order Pokemon Legends ZA starters could be here by process elimination. Since we've speculated and given legitimate reasons why it could be certain starters, this more likely combo could also be Mudkip, Snivy, and Scorbunny, which, sure, that could also be possible. But then also here, for example, the big brain response, of course, which is, you know, yeah, it's not going to be, you know, generation 3, 5, and 8. It's actually just 3 regional forms, 5 cross-gen Evos, and 8 new Megas. That's what he's implying. I mean, of course, we don't know, but it's just a joke. Now, if this, so here's the next thing, right? So this is from Waterfire Man, who says, starter hints, I don't think Torchic will be a starter for Gen 3, as it discounts Scorbunny. I think it will be Mudkip, as Swampert lives in sewers, and we've seen in the Gen 4 anime. I'm thinking Mudkip, Snivy, and Scorbunny. And that says, if this is about the starters, so many people are saying it can't be Torchic, but in my opinion, Torchic has more reason than any other starter to actually be one of the Pokemon Legends ZA starters. The rooster is the French national symbol. It's a no-brainer. It can totally get a second Mega like Charizard or Mewtwo, because being the national symbol is important, or even better, all 3 starters get regional forms. Of course, that is possible. There's also another one. And this is actually a bigger one, which is that there's always the option, right? It's always the option that possibly this could actually be Pokemon number 358, right? The Pokedex number, it could be 358, which would be Chimecho. Now, the reason I don't think it is that is because he separated the numbers here. You can see he says 3 and then space 5 space 8. So it's separate numbers. It's not just 358, right? But he says here, though, this is always an option too. Pokemon 358 is Chimecho. Maybe it gets a Mega. People have also said that these numbers could be referring to the date of the next Pokemon Legends ZA news, but I don't know. Also, I was thinking 8 could be Grookey, 5 could be Tepig, and 3 could be Mudkip. It's also possible, but it'll literally be the worst in my opinion. Either way, I'm sure Khu's going to post something later that throws all this speculation out the window, but hey, at least I got to cover all I can now. And it is true. It is true. Like, it is an interesting one. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Maybe there's going to be a Chimecho, you know, like, I think he's Chimecho. Why do I say Chimecho? Either way, a Chimecho, could be a Chime. Wait, no, is it Chimecho? Dude, now I'm feeling crazy. Chimecho. Either way, point is, there is a chance there could be a Chimecho Mega Evolution. That could be the possible one. That maybe could be what he's hinting at, but I doubt it because of the spaces between the 3, 5, and 8. So we'll see if anything does come from that. But either way, though, so we have 2 more things to talk about right now, which is going to be, first of all, this post right here. So this was from Pocket Oku. Now, this is an account that's been posting, like, these, like, quote-unquote leak images and stuff over the last few months. You guys may remember some of these. Like, there's one of Lumio's tower, and I guess some of the other ones have been deleted now, so I don't know if you can even see those. But now the same account has posted these images as well, and it's a picture of 2, I guess, regional forms of Trapinch. I guess that's what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming. And they posted another picture right here, but I don't really know what was the purpose of. Is it supposed to be like a female form of it or something like that? I don't really know. Point is that this is supposed to be a Trapinch leak. Now, I don't really know if this is real. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think it's real, because I know this account has posted stuff before. I know this account has posted things in the past, and I just remember one of the things about this account was they actually used like fan images and stuff. They used like fan art for it, right? Like they actually used like literally fan art for it, which is just weird. Okay, like it's just strange. But doesn't make any sense. So that's where I feel like this would be fake. I have seen a few people replying to this, so like at least some people like talking about it a little bit, and just kind of like more or less roasting it, I guess you could say. But yeah, it isn't. I don't know. Even here, Z25 says, applaud the effort, but isn't competing with the other image leaks that are also being questioned. So for example, if we look up Light, for example. Light here, he's actually covered a lot of this and talked about these things. But if you go down here, you guys may remember I talked about this in my previous video, which is, and also we might as well take a look at this post right here too along the way. But basically, if we scroll down, you guys may remember there was some image leaks that came out, which now, let's see if we can find them, because man, there's a lot of tweets to happen here in between. But let's see if we can find those image leaks. Also, wait, hold up, are they wearing? I thought it was army outfits, but there was these images, right? So these right here, so these were some of the images we saw that had a little bit more credence to them, or at least they looked a little bit more legit. The Japanese was more accurate as well. But now that we have these new ones, right? These new ones, just something is not 100% with them. Like, it's not really 100% perfect. And also, this is the same thing I said here, right? Like, so, you know, 3 plus 5 plus 8 equals 16. 16 of October, new PLZA news. That's exactly the thing that I thought. It's just made the most amount of sense to me, at least, that would be the case. But, I don't really know. It's a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. It is a weird one. So I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts and opinions are on, of course, those trap inches. I don't really know what to feel about them myself, to be honest with you. Like, I really do not know. I do not know where to go with it. I'd love your guys' thoughts. I know there is people like Poke Sutami. Like, she has actually like done a little bit of a breakdown on like the Japanese on it and all that. And here's what she said. She said, the Japanese in the newest Pocket Oku leaks simply reads download prohibited, no downloading. Clearly a self-insert since it's the same opacity as a watermark. Really no point in adding it really, but you do you. And then of course, you know, Jordan's just making fun of it, saying how Pocket Oku back to pretending to be a leaker. Someone called him out on all the inconsistencies, so he reposted and hit it with a scribble. Man, you should have just claimed it was a gender difference. You are not that clever. But yeah, so the horn of the second trap inch is in a different position of the head, lol. Which, yeah, to be fair, it literally is. It's in the wrong spot, which, yeah, yeah, it kind of gives it away, doesn't it? But yeah, I'd love to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on all this, of course, in the comment section down below. But let's also take a look at the, ooh, it was removed. Interesting. So apparently there was apparently some serious smoke for Nintendo Direct this month. But hey, you know, I don't know, man. Apparently it was some insider, but I don't know, bro. It's happening apparently. Looking at the replies here, because the post has been removed now, so we can't really see it. But I guess if we go over to, and find Light's account again, we should be able to see what it actually said. Maybe give us some more details on it. If we scroll down, let's see if we can find that post real fast. Here we go. He says, we could have a Nintendo Direct this October. It could be on the 10th. The presentation of the Switch 2, according to experts, there could be a Nintendo Direct General dedicated to the console. And you can see here from Pablo, there is a sub-serious smoke for Nintendo Direct this month. A Family Board user and industry close call, Pablo, is suggesting there is a lot of smoke for a Direct this month. So, hey, it is what it is, man, but we'll see if anything does come from it. It's just getting a bit ridiculous now because we're waiting for so long. So we'll see how that turns out, if anything actually does come from it. And then finally, we have this post right here from, of course, our boy Soul. It's a bit of a theory about specifically Azoth in reference to, I guess, Pokemon, you know, Legends ZA and all that. So, because he actually made a post about this the other day, saying, talking about specifically Megas and Project Azoth. You guys may remember Project Azoth was this whole thing back in, like, Oras. And he says here, surely Mega Evolution will be a big plot point in Pokemon Legends ZA, so it stands to reason that the lore from both X and Y is relevant. Enter Azoth. Many have theorized on this for years, but now after PLZA's reveal, it was the first of the one of the first things I thought of, which is basically ZAAZOTH. Azoth, right? Yes, it makes sense. It is important to note that the dash in ZA basically means two, so Z2A, which plays on a common phrases concept of this is everything from A to Z, or from A to Z, you know, from A to Z, right? So it's like, you know, oh, I did everything from A to Z, or oh, I found every name from A to Z and it's crazy, man, or, you know, it's like, it's just a saying, right? Which is to say that it's all-encompassing or beginning to end, right? First and foremost, this fits the theme of a Lumiose City redevelopment plan. They want to start all over with Lumiose and build something new and better, or even go back to its original design. Project Azoth was about going back to the beginning through Mega Evolution energy, aka Primal Reversion, reverting the world back to its primal state through Primal Groudon and Kyogre. However, those two Pokemon are not truly the beginning and the end of Pokemon. They are more so elemental primal creatures, Lord of Land and Lord of Seas. So we could see something similar in theme-wise in whatever the A is in PLZA. We could see the true beginning Pokemon. Maybe it's an A legendary that began Kalos or even began the whole world, or it is the beginning origin of a Mega Evolution synergy, or energy, sorry. Maybe this legendary wants to revert everything back to the beginning, or the evil team wants to use it to start Lumiose over again. Or maybe it's the opposite and they want to just end everything. Either way, this could cause Zygarde to emerge as a protector. There is so much more, there is so much more. The most obvious thing about Azoth has the King of the Kalos, AZ's name in it. We could also be, it could also just be because the name the project after him, since it uses the energy he discovered, but it's all the same, it all seems to tie together with ZA. I've got like 3 other IDs to post related to this, plus many people have made amazing theories. So yeah, there is a theory again here from a Reddit user as well, in case you guys want to look into it. But let's go back to the other post he made here. So he said, the next and most fun theory when it comes to Azoth being connected to Pokemon Legends ZA is Azoth's IRL origin in alchemy, being Mercury or like the Philosopher's Stone, etc. With what I said in my previous post, maybe the potential new A legendary is a steel type with lore related to giving immortality and life, or to an obsession with perfecting things, taking normal metals and turning them into gold, or even a power to make mortal things divine. This would fit so well with all the themes of Kalos, especially the immortality AZ gains after using the ultimate weapon. Or maybe instead of a new legendary, the A in PLZA is referring to Melmetal, or a new form or version or evolution of Melmetal in particular. We speculated on if Diancie and Hoopa or Arceus or even Rayquaza would be the other main legendary of this game, so why not make a case for Melmetal now too, which to be fair, sure, though isn't Melmetal a mythical? Am I crazy? Melmetal is a mythical. Melmetal is literally made of mercury-like substance, which means it could be a little Azoth of Project Azoth, or the beginning Pokemon. The Pokemon, the A Pokemon opposite to the Z Pokemon. Maybe it has some hidden lore since we don't know much about it. We don't know what region Melmetal originated from. Melmetal reappeared after 3,000 years, disappearing exactly around the same time the Kalos War was happening and the ultimate weapon was fired. Melmetal got a G-Max form in the generation after it was introduced, just like how Zygarde got its perfect form in the following gen. So that is fair. Again, the whole thing with Project Azoth, it's like an old thing. It's an old theory. It's an old set of things to talk about. And it's interesting to see it like return now in some form or shape. I don't know if Melmetal would be the one to like, to be, I guess, that like new third legendary or like serve that kind of purpose. I don't know. Anything is possible. It is Pokemon at the end of the day. So I'd love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on, of course, these theories and just anything of this video today. So yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, also, let me know, guys, do you like it like this, where I make these videos like once every week or so, or once or twice every week? Because, you know, I don't want to spam you with like videos every freaking like few hours just because there was like one new update. Unless it's like major news, I try to take my time with it. But yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.